anything to do so.
Men,
Wajazakallah.
wajazakum. Men are the breadwinner. As a man, you are obliged to go to school, to go to university, and to work. And unfortunately, in so many countries that do not abide by the Islamic rulings, you may find yourself in a position where you have to freely mix with the opposite gender, which is haram. But due to it being the least of the two evils, that is, working with the opposite gender rather than quitting everything and staying home again and not being able to work or to provide for your family, then you may do so by following the Islamic rulings, not to be in seclusion with the opposite gender under any circumstances, not to freely look without any boundaries, but rather you have to lower your gaze, not to flirt or socialize or chit-chat freely, rather keep it strictly to business. 1 + 1 = 2, that's it. Not trying to be funny or humorous, etc. In this case, inshallah, you're fine. Allah says in the Quran, قُلْ لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ يَغُضُّوا مِنْ أَبْصَارِهِمْ وَيَحْفَظُوا فُرُوجَهُمْ. Say to the believer men to lower their gazes, not to not look, because then you're going to hit the wall or you're going to crash. So you're allowed to look. We are the breadwinners. We go to malls, we go to the market, we go to the masjid, we walk in the streets. We may encounter women walking, maybe covering their awrah with proper hijab, maybe not. So Islam gives you the right to have the first gaze, which is accidental, which is for the purpose of looking and seeing what's in front of you. So I'm walking, a woman walks, I look, she's a woman, I lower my gaze, I look elsewhere. But if I look again and check her out, up and down, and try to see what is beautiful in her, this is sinful. Now, she may not be attractive, and I may not be tempted. This still does not give me the right to look and freely look, because this defies the purpose of hijab. And this is why men looking at women is far worse than women looking at men. The fitna, the temptation from men looking at women is far greater, and Allah knows best. Allah khair for your question, Brother Yunus. Yes, it is sinful and prohibited to bow as a form of respect. And I've encountered this in so many Southeastern countries. The moment that you shake hands with them, they fall and do this to kiss it or to put it on their forehead. And this is inappropriate, no matter who this person is. Our Prophet ﷺ allowed in 1 or 2 cases for the strangers to come and kiss his hand, because he's the Prophet. He's the best man ever to walk the earth. Yet, he himself abhorred and hated whenever he entered a gathering that people would stand and rise for him. You could see that in his face. So his companions stopped doing this. They would never stand whenever the Prophet come in, alayhi salatu wasalam. Which shows us that respecting people has to be in line with the rulings of Quran and Sunnah. And I keep telling the brothers, usually, no sisters, of course. I keep telling the brothers in Indonesia and Malaysia, whom I have great love and respect for, whenever they want to shake hands with me, I tell them beforehand, raise your head. You're a Muslim and be proud of being a Muslim. Don't bow to anyone. Now, what would I lose if they all bow? I have no problem with that. But this is religion. Now, I know this doesn't go well down the throat of so many Maulanas or scholars there. But tough bananas. I have to say what I believe, and that is confirmed by the statements and verdicts and fatwas of great scholars of Islam. It is not permissible to bow. What about if we go to Japan, Sheikh? It is customary for people to bow to one another. And if you don't bow, they consider this a sign of disrespect and would not like it. Well, I have two options on the table. Either to bow to them, please them and anger Allah, or not to bow to them, please Allah, and they would be angry with that. I'm fine with them being angry as long as Allah is not angry with me. Who cares if the whole world is angry with you when Allah is pleased? How dare you do something that angers Allah? Oh, Sheikh, this is a cultural thing. This is how the customs, and they don't mean, I know they don't mean any worship by that, of course. That's why I did not say it's shirk. I said it's sinful. But at the same time, not everything that's cultural that is permissible to do. If you go to Spain, men and women, when they meet one another, it's a business meeting, you go and kiss the cheeks. And in France, maybe they would do this thing. Is that fine with you? No, no, Sheikh. Why? It's the same thing, out of respect. So we have to draw the line every now and then and be proud of our religion.